Okay. So I think I will leave Zero Hamilton in for now. Might change my mind later. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with Acevedo because last game it told me that he had sustained an injury, but it doesn't. But his name is not in red, which is what signifies an injury. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it was just like a game, like a very like he was out for the game essentially. I really don't know. Anyways, let's see what game we're on. We're on game 17, so we're more than halfway done the season already. Let's get into it. It's a night game, and we are once again playing the San Francisco Giants.
Strike one.
Here he comes with the bunt. Ooh, that was a good bunt. He might very well get on base with that. Yep.
Batting second, the second baseman, Craig Counsell. Strike.
I think I should try doing more bunting as well. I managed to pull one off in the a few games ago, I think.
Batting third, the first baseman, John Overrule.
I think we're gonna get that.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Vinny Castilla.
It was very well hit, but we should be able to get it. And here we go into the first inning, up to bat.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
I'm getting pretty eager to get through the season because I want to know what happens with playoffs or World Series. Well, 3 up, 3 down for the bottom of the first.
Batting first, the center fielder, Reggie Sanders. Batting second, the right fielder, Bob.
I forgot I meant to look at
Strike.
Bob Higginson's stats because he's hitting like what was it, 367 with 4 home runs or something, and I literally don't know who this player is. Sometimes the most random players end up being powerful, and I'm not really sure how that works. There must be some fluke of the coding or something. Or maybe it's just the sheer randomness.
Leadoff batter, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
It's also still like we've only played what, like 16 games? So I guess it would make sense if there was like a statistical outlier of like a player who's not particularly good but just happens to be having a good season.
Now batting, the third baseman, Dean Palmer.
It was very interesting that Juan Acevedo had that injury and then is fine now. So I wonder, like, I kind of want another injury to happen just so I can see like how it actually normally works. Because I feel like whatever happened with that was kind of, oh my god, I'm just not doing well here. Whatever happened with that last game, I feel like maybe was a bit of a anomaly. Nice.
He brings them all home with one swing.
Gary Sheffield with 2-run home run.
Strike one.
Fortunately, I think that's going to be an out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Jeff King.
These ones are so bad for my anxiety. Every time. Every time. Okay.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jermaine Dye. Now batting, the pitcher, Chuck Finley. Strike one. Strike.
It might be a interesting experiment to... Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I didn't play that very well. It'd be an interesting experiment to go from, oh boy, to go from this game to like a modern baseball game and sort of compare and contrast them. Well, we're in a bit of a tight spot here. Bases loaded, no outs. It would be great if I could strike him out, for instance. So I'll see if I can get a curveball. So he hits it, but I think I should get it.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, John Overroot.
I know that for modern games, it's usually like the graphics that are a big consideration. People want really good graphics, and it's not that graphics don't matter, they definitely do. Luckily we got out of that. But like, I think I'd rather have like a fun game than a badly made game with good graphics. Like, and I guess why not both really is the question. Why not a well-made game with good graphics? That's kind of the dream. But if anyone knows of any like sports games that are very, very fun and well made but also have good graphics, I would be interested in checking those out. I mean, not that I could necessarily play them because they would have to be. I don't have consoles. I'm not a console person. I think a lot of the time, modern sports games are more of a console thing, I guess. Let's see if we can get some runs. There's that eternal debate of console versus PC, and I think it's kind of like the wrong way to look at it. Like, it shouldn't be one thing versus the other because they're just so different. Like, I don't think it really makes sense to compare them.
Now batting, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Strike.
I am definitely a PC person, but I totally get it how other people would prefer consoles, because you know, there's a certain ease of use, I suppose. When you have a console, you don't have to worry about installing games, you don't have to worry about managing the space on your computer, or making sure that your computer meets the requirements of the game. It's all kind of like... I didn't know if that was going to drop or not, so I didn't run. So yeah, I think
Batting sixth.
Consoles, PC are both. You're both valid.
He's gone. He's in there. Batting seventh, the pitcher, Kevin Millwood.
Come on. Oh, that's brutal. But we scored some runs, or at least we scored a run.
Fielder, Jermaine Dye. Strike.
So I'm okay with that.
Batting second, the pitcher, Chuck Finley. Out. Batting third, the shortstop, Keith Lockhart. Out. Batting first, the center fielder, Tom Goodwin. Strike.
Is he gonna throw to second? Yes. Cheeky triple.
He's in there. Batting second, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
It's strange how the game lets you do that. It really shouldn't.
Batting third, the shortstop, Sean Green. Now batting, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Beautiful.
That baby's in orbit. My, oh my. Batting fifth, the third
Cool.
baseman,
So they're gonna pull their pitcher off of that one. Feels good to get. Ooh, that's quite a pitch. It feels good to get some rallies going like that. It's been a while since I've had a high-scoring game.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield.
Sometimes, I don't know if it's easy to hear without headphones, but there was a little bit of an audio glitch on that hit, on that play. Sometimes that happens. There's a number of little audio glitches that I've detected that sometimes happen here. But again, I've been quite lucky that we haven't had any like game crashes yet this season, because normally I would say that they're a lot more frequent than this. Normally there's at least, I don't know, there's at least, I don't know, 1 or 2 every 10 games, perhaps? Oops, should have been running.
Batting first, the second baseman, Craig.
And I used to think that it was just a problem with the cartridge that I had, because I do still have a physical cartridge, but I think it's just something to do with the game itself. It's a little bit buggy.
Batting second, the first baseman, John Olerud. Batting third,
I don't know a whole lot about like the background, the development of King Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. I do know that it was developed by a studio named Angel Studios, an American studio, and Nintendo in some capacity. but it was a North American exclusive. So, but that's about all I know about it. It would be interesting to do like a deep dive on this game and see if I can find any actual, like, I don't know, like release information or like articles about it or something. I really like when people do that kind of video about obscure games. It makes me very happy.
The center fielder, Reggie Sanders. Batting second, the right fielder, Bob Higginson. Batting third, the catcher, Jeff Reed.
Crap. Don't you dare run to third. Oh, he thought better of it. He's gonna do the stupid running thing. Oh man, that sucks. It can be sometimes it can be a little bit hard to run them down like that. The timing has to be very exact. Okay, bottom of the 7th, we got a nice, comfortable 8-run lead. And the computer is going in for some substitutions.
Now pitching, Julian Tavares. Ball one. Strike. Now batting, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Strike one.
Oof. So we get on base on the error.
The first baseman, Gary Sheffield. Now batting, the second baseman, Daryl Hamilton. Strike.
That was strange. Sometimes I get lag in the middle of a pitch like that.
Now batting, the shortstop, Keith Lockhart. Strike. Batting second, the second baseman, Craig Counsell. Now batting, the first baseman, John Olerud. Batting fourth,
I was thinking more about the injury thing and how it seems like the rate of injury is actually, because we've only seen 2 injuries total in games this season out of 17 games. So, and one was us and one was the other team. So, I mean, it happens. But without more, like, without having played more games, it's hard to say, like, exactly how frequent it is. But it definitely doesn't seem, like, it doesn't seem too frequent. It doesn't seem obnoxiously frequent, which makes me feel that it is probably well balanced. It's the sense that I get anyways. I suppose a good way to test it would just to do a full season and see how many times people get injured.
Ball two.
See if I can take the walk here. I'm just gonna take a sip of tea and see what happens. That's a strike. Yeah, I actually got the walk. And all I had to do was sit there and have a nice little sip of tea. It might be worth taking more pitches with this guy because it'll give me some practice in plate discipline, if nothing else. Like that would have been a ball. But I get so impatient because I just want to hit the ball, you know. Ooh, that was a tough one. It's like a shin ball.
Now batting the center fielder, Reggie Sanders. Strike one.
Oh, Millwood is tired. So let's see if I can put Acevedo back in. Yep. So whatever injury he sustained last game was like not a serious one. I wish it had told me that in a clearer way though. Maybe it did, and I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure. Alright, well that's the game. This is a pretty solid, higher scoring one. I mean, it's nothing like those 40-run games that I used to get when I was a teenager playing this game constantly, but I'll take it. Let's check schedule. Okay, so we got a home game against Atlanta. And then after that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more games. So 3 games usually takes about an hour to play 3 games. So that means we've got like 3 more hours of gameplay before we get to the playoffs, roughly.
Batting first, the second baseman, Brett Boone. Strike.
That's gonna drop, unfortunately.
Now batting the left fielder, J.D. Drew.
Just got him. Ah yes, Ken Griffey's on this team, I forgot. Just barely missed that one.
Leadoff batter, the center fielder, Tom Goodwin. Now batting the left fielder, Tim Salmon. Now batting the shortstop, Sean Green.
Sean Green's hitting 432, so he's definitely one of my better hitters. Fuck. That was my fault.
Leadoff batter, the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Strike. Now batting the first baseman, Mark Grace. third baseman, Tim Nehring. Out. Now batting, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Ooh, that's a high home run.
That ball was launched.
Sosa's starting to find his groove. He's starting to get hot.
Now
I
batting,
don't
the third baseman,
I don't think
Homer.
such a thing as like slumps and hot streaks actually exist here. But I could be wrong. There might be some hidden mechanic that I don't know about. I think it's just entirely human input.
Batting fourth, the second baseman.
Ooh, yikes. He's hitting 176. 3 hits, yeah. Certainly not wonderful. He should get on base here, I think. No. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna keep, even though I'm sucking with Daryl Hamilton, I'm gonna keep him in for a little bit longer because he's not like his existence isn't actually hurting the team in the sense that we're still winning. So like, you know, I feel like I could almost have anyone at that spot and it wouldn't really matter.
Batting second, the shortstop, Mike Borden.
And the reason that I did put him in the lineup to replace Todd Walker is because he's faster.
Batting third, the pitcher, Brian Moeller. Strike.
So if he does get on base, it's better to have him than Todd Walker. Why are literally like half the pitchers in this game are so chunky? It's hilarious. It's so funny. But I mean, like the fielders are normal sized. It's just the pitchers are very wide for no particular reason.
First, the catcher, Jeff King. Now batting, the pitcher, Chris Carpenter.
Chris Carpenter is not a chunky boy. He's a tall boy.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tom Goodwin. Strike.
And then you got players like Tom Goodwin who are like a string bean, little string bean.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
One of the amusing unintended
Leadoff batter,
features of having like character creation is of course, as anyone who's ever played a sports game knows, you can give your created players the most ridiculous proportions. You know, you can make them like really short and fat, or really tall and skinny, or whatever. Give them ridiculous hair and like mutton chops, and depending on the game. So one of my favorite games, which I've mentioned before, is NFL Street 2 for the PS2. And that game has the best, by far, the best character creation and character customization of any game I've ever played. So I feel like I need to play that game on here, because like
now batting, the right
not only do they give you like,
Guerrero.
I don't know, dozens of ways to like customize your hair and your face shape and stuff like that, but they have like a billion different like clothing items that you can choose for your characters.
Shortstop, Sean Green.
And I think it's just so much fun. It's just like I used to spend hours
The right fielder,
on making my character look what I thought was cool at the time in the 2000s.
batting third, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Ball one.
Anytime a game lets you have that level of customization. It's just really nice. Like, it's not, I guess in some strict logical way it's not necessary. Like, it doesn't affect the gameplay. But it's just so much fun. Like, you might as well, right? You might as well put that little extra something into the game. And everyone likes that stuff too. It's like sometimes you get people who are like, "Oh, I don't want to dress up my characters. This is a sports game. I don't need to dress them up." But it's like, no, you do. No, you're lying. You're 100% lying. Everyone likes dressing up their character. Literally everybody.
Batting third, the catcher, Jason Kendall. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Mike Bordick. Strike one. Strike.
Okay, so we've got that one run. Daryl, they're doing you dirty, man. But yeah, it'd be good to get some more offense, so I'll try to choose my pitches. There we go. Single up the middle. So now I'm gonna see if I can use Daryl Hamilton's speed. So I'll take the first pitch. It's a beautiful strike, unfortunately. But I will take that first pitch. Another beautiful strike. So he is a speed, what, 7, I think? Yes. Yeah, fortunately that didn't fall. It's a little bit too early to pull Chris Carpenter, so let's leave him in for now. And we're back to the top of the lineup. What in the heavens was that pitch?
Now batting the pitcher, Brian Moeller. Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Boone. Strike one. Now batting the left fielder, J.D. Drew.
Okay, we don't have much of a lead, so it would be good not to give up runs here. Oh, of course Ken Griffey's up.
Griffey Jr.
But thank goodness that was not a home run.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
Good catch.
We got a real nail.
Another very tight game. I think the Braves are probably the best team that I've seen so far because they've got that Griffey Guerrero combination. It's be a little bit scary. And their pitching is not the easiest thing in the world either.
Batting second, the shortstop, Sean Green. Now batting the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Oh man. Nah, why am I doing swinging at that?
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Strike.
Who do I have on base? That was a ball that I should not have swung at.
The pitchers are on their game.
Certainly are.
Leadoff batter, the first baseman, Mark Grace. Now batting, the third baseman, Tim Nehring. Batting third, the catcher, Jason Kendall.
Strike.
Bottom of the 7th, very close game.
Batter, the first baseman, Gary
Likely they will
Sheffield.
pull their pitcher soon.
Now batting, the second baseman, Darryl Hamilton.
That was a great pitch. Exactly what I was looking for.
Now batting, the catcher,
So when the pitcher comes up, I will probably be putting a pinch hitter in there. See if I can run. Come on, guys, go, 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 go. It's very awkward sometimes using this Xbox controller.
batting
Okay, so let's
pitcher,
get, not bullpen, let's get one of my good hitters in. So do I want Walker or Kent? Let's do Kent. He's more of a, like, balanced hitter.
pinch hitting, Jeff Kent.
Strike one.
It's a low strike. I want to wait for something better. I don't know if that was better, but I swung. Oh dear. I was a little bit too aggressive.
Leather.
That won't score, sadly.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
It's a long foul ball. Easy. See, in that case, I actually did not get a very good jump. But it doesn't matter because he's so fast. Okay, well, I'll take it because we got a run. A run is better than no run.
Batting first,
And I've got my
Mike Bordick.
favorite reliever. I would say that so far Belinda's been pitching excellently. Or I have been pitching excellently through him.
Strike two.
What's his, I don't know what his breaking ball is, but let's just try it.
Pinch hitting, Lance Johnson.
It's probably gonna fall.
Batting third, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Ooh dear. That'll be a 2-run home run if this one gets through. Which I'm not excited about. Yeah. I misplayed that one as well. Well, that's unfortunate. So now the game is tied. I could have definitely played that better too in the
Now
outfield.
batting, the left fielder, J.D. Drew.
Okay. Just after I finished saying that, I think Belinda's my best reliever.
Strike one.
So I really hope we don't go to extra innings because I find, although it's fun to watch, I'm sure, it's rather aggravating to play.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
And this is what I'm saying about the Braves being a hard team to play against.
John Franco. Now batting,
New pitcher in, which could be good or bad.
Green.
Strike one.
So far he's given me 2 strikes to hit, so I think this is good. I think this is very good, actually.
Batting second, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Curveballs I tend to be able to hit pretty reliably. So if he just keeps throwing curveballs, then it's very likely that I can take the lead here.
The third baseman, Dean Palmer.
That was a fastball. It's a little bit late. That was good timing. Just should fall, just barely. I had to take an educated guess that it was gonna fall there. So.
Batting fourth, the first baseman,
All right, we've come out in the lead.
Sheffield.
Strike one.
I don't know about that one. Yes. Oh, that really screwed me up there. That's unfortunate.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Darryl Hamilton.
There is also such thing as a clutch statistic. So
Batting sixth,
when you're creating a character, you can see it, although it doesn't show in the typical stat sheet. And I wonder if that has any effect on situations like this. I really don't know. There's so many things I wish I knew
the pitcher,
about how this works.
Strike one.
We scored another run, so even if nothing else, yeah, so I think that's the end of the inning, but it should be enough to get, I think it should be enough to get us out of this game.
batting first, the right
So Belinda still has a chance to get the win. Just don't let Guerrero hit a home run.
batting second, the first baseman, Mark Grace. Now batting, the third baseman, Tim Nehring.
What I'm seeing playing on this veteran difficulty
Strike.
is a lot more like realistic scores. I think, like, I don't remember what the highest scoring game I had was, like maybe 10 runs or something. Alright. That's fine. I'm just seeing how long I've been recording for. Okay, we can do one more game. Let's take a look at how everyone's doing. So Goodwin continues to hit really well. Of course, he doesn't have much power, but he's 9 stolen bases as well, which is really good. Tim Salmon's hitting above 300. Sean Green is hitting an absurd 424. 85 at bats, 36 hits and 85 at bats. Sammy Sosa hitting 422, 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. No stolen bases. Should start making him run a little bit more. So he's definitely our power leader. Dean Palmer, 354, 3 home runs, 14 RBI. Gary Sheffield, basically at 400. Darryl Hamilton is starting to catch up a little bit. He's hitting 286. 2 stolen bases, and he got an RBI last game as well. And our catcher is hitting excellently as well. 411, 2 home runs, 14 RBI. Hideo Nomo, who has 4 batting and 3 power, is hitting 571 so far with a home run and 3 RBI. That's pretty crazy. And then our bench guys, most of these guys I've had Randy Wynn come in as a pinch runner several times because he's a 9-speed, so he's got a few stolen bases. But then we've also got Todd Walker, who was our starter for a while, 315, 5 RBIs, and then Jeff Kent, who is a pinch hitter, using him as in that way. He's 375 with 1 RBI. So everyone is hitting very well. In terms of our pitching, Millwood has 5-0 with a disgustingly low ERA, 0.4. 27 hits on 43 innings and 4 strikeouts, which is very low. Carpenter has by far the most strikeouts of our starting rotation. He has 11 on 29 innings. ERA below 1. Only 1 win. Hideo Nomo is also having fantastic pitching. 4-0, 6 strikeouts. Baldwin, who's winning in terms, so Millwood by far has pitched the most innings. Baldwin, 20 innings. Very similar. They all have very similar stats, although Hamilton has a little bit of a higher ERA, a little bit higher hits, let in a few more hits. In terms of our bullpen, I think, well, Belinda by far has pitched the most innings. He has 3 saves. Gomes still has the highest ERA by far because of that Grand Slam. Notorious Grand Slam. So I'll see, maybe I'll start putting Acevedo in a little bit more, because there's no reason to. I could just keep using the same reliever, but just for a little bit of variety, why not? So let's play ball. So who are we playing today?
Good afternoon. This is Dave Niehaus, and welcome to Wrigley Field. In today's game, the Atlanta Braves take on the Chicago
Okay,
Cubs.
once again we're playing the Braves.
Now batting, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Kind of getting a little tired of playing the Braves. I feel like I've played them about 100 times already. I guess that's one problem with only having 16 teams, right? And there's only 8 in our conference.
J.D. Drew.
So it's like you're gonna end up playing a lot of the same teams.
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
And I feel like the Braves would have a much better record because they do have a good team. If it weren't that they keep having to play me. And I have the benefits of a human brain.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
Well, it's a blessing and a curse.
Ball 2.
I got a very bad jump. Yeah, that's why.
Strike 1. Strike 3.
Oh, that was a good pitch.
Batting third, the shortstop, Sean Green.
So nothing going in this first half of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder,
This first inning, rather.
Monroe.
I think they should let me call. They should let me
Batting second,
commentate on baseball games. I think I'd be good at that. Imagine next time you
batting third,
tune into a Blue Jays game or whatever, it's just me.
Nehring.
Hi guys.
Strike 1.
Who the hell is this? Well, you see, I had this YouTube series where I played a 25-year-old baseball game, so I feel like I have the qualifications. Oh, you know what they should do? They should bring back the Montreal Expos, and they should let me
Batting first, the right fielder.
be the color commentator for the Expos. I think that would be a great match. I would be so down. I can also speak French, so it's like, it would be perfect.
Batting second, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Batting third, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield. Leadoff batter, the catcher, Jason Kendall. Now batting, the shortstop, Mike.
I also, okay, hot take, but I also think that they should bring back the 1950s wave of talking, of like being an announcer. You know, where they go like, up to bat, the first baseman, like that. I think they should bring that back. I would
The pitcher, Pedro
watch so much more
Atanasio.
baseball if they all talked like that.
Now batting, the second baseman, Darryl Hamilton. Strike.
Maybe it would get old. Maybe after like a whole game of someone talking like this, you would get really frustrated.
Now batting, the catcher, Jeff King. Strike one.
Oh lord, he keeps getting me with those, whatever those are, split fingers, I guess.
Now batting, the pitcher, Hideo Nomo.
Okay, let's do it. Let's pull a Shohei. Let's get another home run here. Well, it's not a home run, but it is a base hit.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Tom Goodwin. Now batting, the left fielder, Tim Salmon. Now batting, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Oi, oi, oi. Okay, that's the second game in a row that Brett Boone has gotten a home run off me.
Now batting,
I didn't think he was a particularly good hitter, but maybe I was incorrect. It's okay, Nomo. Chin up. Even Shohei lets in home runs sometimes. We can do this.
Strike two. Strike three. And a
There we go.
swing for strike three.
Coming back with the strikeout.
Strike one. Strike. Take a seat. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting first, the shortstop, Sean Green.
Terrible, terrible.
Batting second, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. Now batting, the third baseman, Dean Palmer.
That's no good. Can't seem to figure out their hitting.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark Grace.
Give it a few more innings.
Batting second, the third baseman, Tim Nehring. Strike one. He's gone. Batting third, the catcher, Jason Kendall. Strike one. Strike. Strike three.
He's in a groove now.
So let in that run, one run, but that's not a big deal. It was just a solo home run. Beyond that, like the pitching, my pitching's been solid. So I just need to wait for a pitch. Wait for a pitch.
Second baseman, Darryl Hamilton.
Ball one.
So that was a good take.
Ball two.
Also a good take. Just keep this up a few more times. Maybe he'll walk me. That looked like a strike. So, see, the virtues of having plate discipline.
Batting third, the catcher, Jeff King.
Strike one.
In IRL, in real life, when I used to play baseball, I think, as I've mentioned before, I was not a very good hitter because I didn't have any power, but I was really good at making contact.
Strike two.
Oh geez. But I just didn't have any power. But I wonder if that would be different now as an adult, if I would be able to hit it further. Probably.
The pitcher, Hideo Nomo.
Ball one. Strike.
I've thought about getting back into playing baseball. In fact, I think I will.
Strike.
Ooh, nasty. I think I will look into maybe joining like a softball team or something. Like you can't really. Oh, that's rough. You can't really
Groove now.
play
Batting first,
baseball
Mike
as an adult,
Strike.
like recreationally, or at least I'm not aware of any recreation. I mean, that's a generalization. At least in this area, you can't.
Strike two.
To my knowledge, there's no like recreational baseball league for adults. There should be. Oops. It's a classic Xbox 360 problem using this controller.
pitcher, Pedro Astacio.
But I'd like to get back into playing baseball. That's unfortunate.
Batting third, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Strike.
Recently, in my city, someone started a girls' baseball league, which didn't exist when I was a kid. But I think that's really cool.
Swing for strike three.
Because I think there's no reason that girls shouldn't have the option to play baseball and not just softball. Softball is okay. Like, I've played softball.
Batting fifth, the
But,
fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
I mean, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But I think my heart is with baseball more than softball. I don't know. Again, yeah, there's nothing wrong with softball. It's just a slightly different game.
We got a real nail biter.
When I very briefly played softball, I was okay at it. I couldn't figure out how to hit the ball though. Guess that's just an extension of the problems I had as a hitter. Could never quite get over the fact that like there's this ball speeding at my face And like I was playing against some really good pitchers. Some really like I wasn't playing slow pitch. I was playing softball, and those people can throw really hard underhand. And I was like, I don't even understand how to hit this ball right now. It's too big, it's too green, and it's coming at my face in a really weird way. So I think the entire time that I played, I only played for a year. I don't even know how many hits I got. A few maybe. They had me playing catcher. And I was so like I don't know what the problem was. Why did I try to steal that off? Oh well.
The pitchers are on their
And I was so not used to the ball that I would be doing fine, you know, I can catch whatever. But then if it was like a swing and a miss, like half the time I would just I would just drop the ball. Cause like I don't know what happened. Like maybe I closed my eyes while the person was swinging or something.
They turn the double play.
But you really don't want to drop the ball in a strikeout. It's awkward. But they kept me in, so I guess I was doing okay. So my pitcher's tired. Let's put in Acevedo. Nah, cannot figure out this pitcher, man.
Now batting, the third baseman, Dean Palmer. Batting third, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield.
I think I played a little bit of catcher when I was playing baseball as a kid too.
That's two.
Leadoff batter, the catcher, Jason Kendall.
I enjoyed it, not as much as third base, but I did. It's always cool when you're pitching or catching in because you get to handle the ball more often.
Shortstop, Mike Borden.
And you're not just sort of standing there waiting.
Batting third, the pitcher, Pedro
I think
Estacio.
it would be interesting to go back and play the sport as an adult.
Now batting, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Nice catch, no look. Bottom of the 8th, time's ticking.
Second baseman, Darryl Hamilton.
This Estacio, I don't know, Estacio, is really difficult to hit. I'm having a rough time.
Batting second, the catcher, Jeff King.
So if either I can't hit him, if I can continue to not hit him, that's bad. But if they pull him, if he gets tired and they pull him, then that might give me an opportunity. So I'm gonna see if he walks me. It actually might be good to let him just pitch more and then hope that he gets tired. So let me just sit back and see. Well, he struck me out.
Batting third, the pitcher,
I almost swung at that last pitch there. Let's just make him tired. Let's just force him to throw a bunch of pitches here. I say as I swing for the next one. Alright, well we get one more chance, but I'm not feeling great about my my chances here. I'm just too puzzled by this pitching.
Griffey Jr. Strike one.
So we've been able to shut Griffey down really well all the times that we've played against Atlanta. But it's funny, it's some of their like less intimidating players who have been giving me trouble, like Brett Boone getting 2 solo home runs on me. Okay, here's our last chance. So they're gonna keep him in. He's not even tired yet. I'm gonna be careful about actually trying to take some pitches. This is what I should have been doing all along, but I was chatting too much. So now he's tired, but are they going to keep him in? That's the question. Looks like they are. So this is actually likely to make it more difficult for me because when the pitcher is tired, the timing of the pitches changes, so it'll be harder to hit him. So I think, unfortunately, I don't like my chances here.
Batting third, the shortstop, Sean Green.
We'll see what he throws. So that is going to probably be a strike, and that's probably game. That's game. All right, Braves beat me. That's loss number 2. So now I know if I encounter Estacio again, then I will go in with a different strategy of making him throw more pitches to me. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I just could not figure out that hitting or that pitching. And Nomo actually lost it despite throwing an excellent game. All right. Well, there you go.